I went I went to an all you can eat buffet today. Oh man, I stuffed myself like a fucking cow. I'm just so full right now. I feel like I'm gonna explode. Okay, so things gonna overheat. Uh, so I went out for my birthday lunch at this buffet, and oh my god, it was so good. Oh, I ate everything. I ate I had 2 plates of food. I had 1 plate of cake. I had a little bowl of ice cream with caramel and little M&Ms. I was so stuffed. I could not eat another morsel of food. On like this lunch, my boss talked so much smack about my last workplace. Like, can I tell you, I feel so lucky. That I feel truly lucky. I feel truly blessed. Um, okay, so today when I was leaving, I like was waiting for the ride to like pick me up kind of thing, and I look over, and my next door neighbor has all these plants growing, all these flowers, and it's like, you want to know what it is? I think that's what's kind of setting off my allergies, like 100%. That like, and all the pollen in the air. Because you want to know what? Like, as soon as I left this area, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm good. Like, even when I was at the like restaurant, it's like, oh, I'm not sneezing, my nose isn't running, like I have no allergies at all. I come back here, all of a sudden I can feel it creeping up again. And it's like, it's weird. Can I tell you too? Like, my neighbors are like, oh, you should move. Oh, you should move. Like, you want to know another situation? Like, I was working the last, like, 5 fucking years, like every fucking day. You never saw or heard from me. And now it's like, oh, I'm just here trying to enjoy this apartment that I pay so much fucking rent to. And, like, on a day-to-day basis, everyone keeps letting me know how much I'm a bother and a troublesome to them. I shower primarily at the gym, and it's just me here, and I take really quick and easy showers. And every day they complain about the hydro, complain about the electricity, complain about, and it's like, what? I'm paying the amount that we agreed to, and also too, can I tell you, it's not like the rent is the same as it was when I started. No, the rent has gone up and gone up and gone up and gone up. For the same little tiny place, it's like I'm paying more and more and more and more and more and more. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, nothing's changing. No better amenities, no better fucking anything, no better behavior, no better kindness, no better respect, no better anything. But I'm paying more for nothing. Is what it feels like. And I don't want to bitch, but I'm just letting you know. It's like, like even at my workplace, like, can I tell you, every year I would take on more work. I would take on more responsibility. I would take on more, thinking that, oh, maybe I would get more money. Like, it's such an interesting, relationship. The like amount of work to the amount of money, especially for me and for the people around me. That, like, I feel like the people around me do less and less and make more and more. Me, I do more and more, I make the same. Like, beyond me, but whatever. The neighbors too, they have this big lush garden. And it's like, okay, like, you have a huge backyard. Why don't you relocate this to the backyard so that
We must report to
snails
Captain
can come
Agarand.
in? Like, it's a fire hazard. it's like, also too, like it's not just in their yard and it's not well manicured, it's not well taken care of, and it's like coming into my area kind of thing. And every time I drive my car back and forth, it rubs against my car. You know that? And it's like, it would be nice if like, you took care of your area. Like if you want to have a garden, but like it doesn't need to be like an unruly kind of experience, and I don't know. I feel like everything could be so much more better than it is, and everyone's looking at me like, oh, like how can we improve? And it's like, oh, like if you just did a bit more like work, then things could be better for everybody. They say things too, like, oh, he doesn't talk, and I go and I say, oh, hey, can you just? And he has like this trimmer. I'm like, oh, hey, can you do my side? Can you clean up all of your stuff coming through onto my yard? Like that would be great. And he doesn't want to say a word to me. And then it's like, okay, so like, like you want to know like what people say and what people do and what people think and what is like all scattered separate. You know that? And like everyone too is looking for this enemy. Everyone's looking for this bad guy, and it's like staring them right in the mirror every single day. You know that? You're looking for this world. You're looking for this, like, and it's like, hey, buddy, like, you pick your thoughts every day. Like, you pick your shirt. Like, you pick your food. Like, do better, want better, think better for everyone around you, and you'll get those things, right? I feel like I'm surrounded by a community of people, like not a community, not a community of people, but just like in my immediate space, of people that think so fucking ground low, and they want the best of the best with the like no work and no work, no care, no courtesy, no kindness, no respect. Like I want everything in the world for nothing. And it's like, okay, like that strategy and that kind of like, ideology isn't gonna get you anywhere. You know that, right? Like, I don't know, okay, so today I like was chatting with my boss and like we were going through like, world like politics, world views, uh, all kinds of different topics, technology, uh, relationship, family, vacation. Yeah, I feel close. I have a really good time.
What was that between you and Luz?
Irrelevant.
I disagree.
That is your right.
Brother, we only want to help you.
Help? You almost cost us the mission, and now you speak of help.
So my boss too, like, now your turn's coming, right? Like, don't worry. And then, if you stipulate those data sets, the government, right? So the government is like daddy. And every single person in this community, whether you come from this country or that country, or you're from this world or that, you're this age or you're that age, you have this disability or this restriction, you're a marginalized society, you're part of a marginalized world, or you're very marginalized, no one really identifies with your group or whatever else. We're all somewhat, in some kind of fashion, competing for our opportunity in life. That it was really there's a lot of irony, and even like as a government, right? You're like trying to help people. Like if you help this one group, then help these people over here. You help these people. If you want to do something good with this other country,
We're already
this other
overstretched by
country,
the Tyranids.
and it's like
The
this
traitors
like
have us
we
off
live in this
guard.
big huge world with so many people and
The
so
Adeptus
many
Mechanicus
things are
tell me
going
the war's
on.
ready.
Oh,
They say
24,
the weather is
365,
working
every
fine.
single day. Boom,
I
boom,
need your
boom, every single
concerns,
day.
Titus.
There's something happening.
We may
And
have
you've
no
got to make your
choice.
choice. You got to make your decision. You got to make that call every single fucking day.
Astropathic body
Multiple
will have
times a day
rags
even.
has been
You got to be
corrupted,
making these calls.
surrounded.
And not only is it like, oh, I gotta make a
Everything
call, but
we'd
it's
need
like,
to break
oh, if
through
I do this,
teleporters
then what
failed.
will
Can
so
we
and so
vox a
say?
message in?
Oh, if
There's a
I do
dead zone
that,
in
oh,
the
what will
relay.
so and so over
Something's
here say?
interfering with our
Oh,
Vox
if I go
comms.
over here, oh,
We
if
have to
I
get
and it's
inside.
like it comes this
Emperor
like
saved me
proverbial
life and
chessboard.
pride.
If I move this
Now the
pawn
Tyranids have
here,
launched an
oh,
attack
then
on our
all
defenses.
these people are upset.
We're pulling back to
If
the
I move this
fortress.
thing here, oh,
We'll make our
all of
final
this is
stand
upset.
there.
This isn't gonna work out. Oh, if I do this, then
Battlefield
these two
projection.
countries will go into a war. Oh,
Magnify
if I do this
sector 8.
over here, oh, then guess what?
Where are you?
These two people are gonna go into complete fucking
There. The
annihilation,
hive
starvation.
tyrant.
We've had
And
no
so like we get into
problems.
It's
this
there.
world where it's
We
like
kill
we
it.
need to
We
help
break
and
the
better each
synaptic
other. And
connection.
you know,
It's
sometimes I wonder
scatter
to
like
myself, like,
rats.
what
The
if
hive
there was
tyrant.
no
A
central
worthy
battle?
adversary.
And
What
if
if
you're
we were
wrong,
all
and
that?
it's not there,
What if
I can't
everybody
afford to throw
was
men
able
after a
to care for
hunch.
Give me
themselves and
2
help for
squads.
themselves
2
and
squads.
be
We need
profitable
to
for
kill the
themselves?
hive
Like
tyrant.
how would
Find
that
whoever
work
is
then?
leading
You
us
know?
and get the message inside the relay.
You know, this
6
idea of
men.
like the institution being
That's all I
corrupt and
can
not
spare.
able to provide for
Use them
everyone
wisely.
because it's
Thank you.
so
The
secular
Emperor
in
protects.
terms of like spreading it out amongst the people. You know, these ideas too are just ideas.
Lieutenant Titus,
Receiving.
attend me on the crew deck.
Acknowledged.
You know, so we're talking too about migrants farming. And I was like, oh, I don't know if you knew this, but they have machines now
If the chaplain
that can go
wishes to
all
see
night
you
long
because
and
of
all
my
day and every
transgressions,
day, can
I will
withstand the
take full
heat, can withstand the
responsibility.
weather,
I
can,
gave no
you
report.
know what I mean?
I
You
have
don't have
yet
to
to
pay for a
decide if
holiday,
you
you don't have
require
to pay
formal
them.
penance.
It's just about maintenance. Like, and then we get into this world where it's like, oh, there's robots in the restaurant, there's robots in the, you know, the farm, there's robots, everything is done by robots. Then what are people gonna do with themselves? Oh, art. They're gonna do art. They're gonna do dance.
Arch enemy lurks in the shadows of the hives.
You know, like there's even like a robot with guns doing war. There's like all kinds of like you know, I start to think to myself like, you know, in the future, like are we all just gonna live in a people zoo and the robots are gonna watch us through a piece of glass? Like I like even what I just said is there's so much irony in that. Like, oh, it's a people zoo and the robots watching us through a piece of glass.
Titus, the captain has put great faith in you with this mission. Should you reach the relay, your message
You
to
know,
Lord Kelgar may
the boss was
determine the
talking a lot
course of
about
this
data
war.
centers. Oh, they're
Choose
gonna put a
your
data center
words
here, and there must be
wisely.
enough
You
water. And
doubt my
who's
intentions.
gonna give the water
It
to
is
these
your
data centers?
actions
And
I will judge.
we
I
don't
need
have enough
not remind you
water
of
for
the
the data centers.
consequences you
And then I'm
suffered
like
the
part of me is
last
kind of like,
time.
do you remember when
If you
data
cannot
came
trust in
out
the will of
and
the
Sarah Connor
Primarch,
was freaking
then
out and she
you
was
are
blowing the
unfit
data
for this
centers
duty.
and they put her in a mental hospital because she blew up the data center? Remember that one? And it's like fast forward 20 fucking years. Like here we are, Skynet. Like
It seems I am not the only one on this ship with concerns about your intentions.
It is the chaplain's responsibility to ensure our chapter remains pure, not yours.
Your erratic behavior is plain for all to see. And now, I find you have a history of it.
I am doing my duty, as I was then, protecting a system from ruin.
the food was so fantastic. I ate so much food. You know, I would take like a little bit of every single little thing, filled up one plate, filled up two plates. I want to say maybe I did three plates, did a plate of cake, did ice cream, and then I was just fucking done. That was it for me. Oh, I got like a bit of a food baby going on here. Oh, baby. My last boss was like the best boss ever. But you want to know why? Because I feel like he already had two boys, and he already helped them, and like his two boys got their careers, started their lives, have kids. And then he's like, I'm about to retire. And he like really helped me out. And he was like a great personality, super kind. He was like the dad that I never had. That? Like, I don't know. I've never had a boss that kind of stepped into a role and like, he kind of really identified. He's like, oh, your family is not a really part of your life. Your family is very dysfunctional. And you want to know, I had this gut feeling too. Like he, through the grapevine and through various connections and through the history of life, knows these people, has heard of these people, knows what's going on, knows the things that I don't know. And that there's various things that he says where I'm like, he knows what's up. And so, he really gears everything to like, hey, you don't need anybody. You can do it on your own. You have all the tools you need. You're incredibly creative. Like, I have a lot of faith that you're gonna do fantastic because of the way that you worked in the last workplace. And he like really makes me feel so comfortable. That I like.
Lieutenant, the squad is ready. We are yours to command, Lieutenant.
The astropathic relay on Abrax is under direct assault.
You wanna know what I'm
If it
really
falls,
addicted to
so
playing
do
right
our
now is Marvel Rivals. So let's